Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are well at your home and all of you are enjoying this video classes. So today, previously I had told you about the insertion operator and variables, data types, all those things we have discussed earlier. So today we will continue and we will proceed further. So today we will see the data types, where valid variables that we have discussed, and how to IO stream is used. What is the function of C in and C out? Okay, and through the example of a program, we will discuss about this insertion operator and extraction operator. Okay, so let's start and continue this chapter, introduction to C++. Okay, so we have seen different data types. Now, so basically we have seen four data types: signed, unsigned, short, and long. These are the modifiers. Data type modifier. Signed means always it will be negative. Unsigned means both, that may be positive. Unsigned actually usually it is positive, and signed may be both positive or negative. If the positive number, then you have to give a, you don't need to give the positive sign, but if it is a negative number, then you have to give a sign, okay, minus sign. Next is short, that is its data type. This type of data modifier, length maximum size is 16 bits, and in case of long data type modifier, the size is 32 bit. Okay, so primarily we have seen that we have discussed in short that boolean, character, integer and floating, these are the four primary data types. Okay, where character we have seen, that is one, its size is 1, that is 1 byte, and it may also include a signed or unsigned character along with a white characters of 4 bytes in size. Okay, next one is and character data type of 4 modifiers you can use here: char, signed char, unsigned char and wchar. Wchar is means that is white char. Okay, its size is 4 bytes. Okay, and char is 1 byte. Next one actually wchar underscore t, that is for white character. Okay, next is integer data type. Integer means a whole number. Okay, so it is actually used to store the whole numbers, like variable num, and you want to assign a value like 10, then num equal to int num equal to 10. So it will store whole numbers. Okay, so which may include a range of values decided by the operating system, and it is there are also 4 type of modifiers actually: short int, then long int. 3 types, main data types, integer data types are 3 types: short, int and long. In case of short, that is signed short, unsigned short, int, signed int, unsigned it, and in case of long also signed long, unsigned long. Okay, so actually this type of integers allows you to declare a longer range of values and the values allocated for a short integer requires only half of the space occupied by a normal integer. By default, integer int, if it is an integer data type, its size will be 4. Okay, and if it is short, then it will be 2, and long, that is 8. Next is floating data type. Floating data type, that is used to represent a number containing fractional values, and so it is declared with float and the size is also here 4 bytes. Okay, but range is in greater than integer. And there are three associated keywords are used for floating data type, that is a float, double and long double. Okay, float, double and long double. Double is just double of float, so its size will be varied. Now suppose you are writing num equal to int num equal to 5.7. okay, and you want to display that num. So it will store the value 5.7 num, but because the data type is int, so it will show 5 only, it will not show 0.7. But if you declare with the float, like float num equal to 5.7, and then you want to display this variable num, then it will show 5.7. So next is Boolean data type. Boolean data type can only accept true or false value, okay, and it stores 1 byte in size, like character. However, you can use this data type as an integer, where 1 can represent true and 0 represents false. So this is about Boolean data type. Now how will you declare a variable that we have seen? First you have to write the data type, then you write the name of the variable, and then semicolon. So this is the way, like int number, num is a number variable, for in short I am telling num. So just for example, suppose you want to declare a variable num whose data type is float. So how will you declare that? Float num semicolon. Okay, so this is the way how will you declare a variable. Okay, next one we will see how to initialize a variable. Initialization of a variable, in case suppose you have declared a variable, the same will be created with an undetermined value. Okay, so in that case the initialization of a variable involves providing some initial value to variable. So in that case declaration and initialization of a variable can be done at the same time. Okay, like syntax means formula for this declaring and initializing a variable. That is, first you have to write the data type, then variable or identifier name, equal to is assignment operator, and then initial value because the starting value, if it is a variable, then you can change within the program, you can change the value of the variable within the program. That's why it is written here initial value. Okay, so just for example, here is given int a equal to 50, int a equal to 50 and b equal to 30. In the same line you can write int a equal to 50 comma b equal to 30, or you can write int a equal to 50 semicolon, go to the next line, int b equal to 30 semicolon. So there are two ways you can declare and initialize the variable. Okay, so that's all for today. Next day we will see display output and standard output stream, in standard input stream, then in how will you input the data, that we will see next day. Okay, so thank you.